Alright, round one. We're on the roll. I'll go first. Not the greatest, but I do have Inquisition plus a couple early plays, so I think it's worth it. If I draw an island, it's pretty good. I mean, if I get mana screwed, which is almost a guarantee, this hand will be like almost complete junk, but hopefully that won't happen. Alright, so Soul Ring is the one I'm going to take, but let's just write everything down. Elves, Greaves, Avenger, Primal Command, Forest, X2. And we'll take your Soul Ring. So I guess Inquisition is pretty good here, and so are all my removal spells. So I'll just kill those elves next turn, and you won't be able to do much for a while. If he doesn't draw any lands like me, then probably in good shape. And I think I'm gonna play the Go for the Throat on this guy. Even though he might be playing black, I might rather save the Shriek Maw for later. There's a chance. Memory Lapse is a pretty awful draw, but that's fine. We'll just go for the throw right now. I'm pretty okay with that. Lightning Greaves, so he has Avenger, Primal Command, and 2 unknown cards. I would love to draw. That's not really the best, but it's not the worst either. It's a land, in the sense of the word. He doesn't really know I'm playing blue yet, but I guess I'm not really showing him anything at all. This is why, like, I wish I had like a fetch. It'd make my mana so much better. Yeah, the sand just seems horrendous right now. He's going to Primal Command me next turn if he just draws another land, which he's drawing pretty well. He's drawn, I guess not pretty well. He's only drawn 1 land. I can't Primal Command me. I thought that was a Signet for some reason. Pack Rat. At this point, it's not even. It's actually probably pretty good. I can just pitch all my useless stuff. My useless blue cards. Maybe like later I'll Recurring Nightmare and Moloko into play, and that could be okay. He is playing blue. Interesting. Alright, so I'm going to pitch the Moloko, because I think it's the worst. Maybe the Treachery is. Yeah, the Moloko would actually be pretty good. So, He has Avenger of Zendikar, Primal Command, and 3 random cards that I don't know. I guess that pitching. I don't really want to show him Force Spike. I feel like it could be good if he's just like kind of duh with the mana, not doing anything at all. If he Primal Commands me, it's not going to be great. I guess I'll throw the Treachery, because that's the one I'm furthest away from. If I can land the Braids, it'd be amazing. If he can not draw any lands, that'd be amazing too. If I could draw a friggin' island, that'd be the best. Or any land for that matter. I like that we're both kind of getting mana screwed. It makes me feel good. At least better than how I felt, which was very bad. Sure. Reclamation Sage would be annoying. But not the end of the world either. At 3, maybe he can grab like Kitchen Finks too. That'd also be annoying. Or Fellows, less scary, but still pretty scary because he can now cast I don't know. I guess so. This point, I probably wanna. I guess see if he takes the trade. I'll just memory lapse whatever he plays next. So he's obviously not taking the trade. Because the Braids isn't the best here. Because if I play Braids, he can just sacrifice the Lightning Greaves and play your Avenger. So I think I'd rather just try to counter whatever he has. Because if he doesn't play land, I can just force spike the Avenger, no problem. If he does play land, then I'll memory lapse it and see if I can go from there. Be nice if he didn't play land. So it looks like he's not going to. And he's going to be kind of greedy? Yeah, he's getting greedy. And he's... Okay, so he has two of them, but that's whatever, I guess. But this is good, because now I can discard another Pack Rat and... Probably discard this Maluk, because I don't think I'm going to have time to play it. I think the Braids will end up being better. Am I going to actually just win here? No, only in for 12. 12 is pretty good. I think I'd rather just hold up the memory lapse. And now I'll memory lapse, hopefully memory lapse whatever he plays next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He might have his own counter, but if he does, it's probably okay. Don't really want to play anything else, and yeah, we'll just see what he does. So he's 1, 2, 3, 4 cards I know that are targetable by Inquisition. So hopefully this means he's not going to play the Primal Command as well. Maybe he's going to get crazy and play like... What's a good 8-drop? Is there one? 4... Wormcoil Engine? I'm going to relapse that. Sweet. Alright, great. So... He's got a lot of artifacts. And cheaper things. This Edict seems very bad. I don't want to bring that. Neither the Disfigure. Short Fang doesn't seem good. Inquisition seems okay enough to keep. Bloodghast, not incredible. Mastercore, not incredible. Smokestack, not incredible. Anything not good here? I don't really love having Necrotal and Shriekmaw in the same deck, so maybe... You know, Diabolic deck might be pretty good against, like, Lightning Greaves on Fellows, for example, so... Or, like, early birds or elves or whatnot. And randomly, if, like, his big tinker target is something like... Oh, Blightsteel or whatever. I haven't really seen a lot of his deck. It's really bad against some of his cards, but it's good in the early game. Though I'm on the draw, so it's not nearly as good there. Neither is the Inquisition. Go for the Throat seems pretty bad as well. Seems like I have a lot of pretty bad cards. Maybe... Maybe I want to play, like, the Zumi Short Fang. And then play, like, maybe one more Swamp? I didn't take any blue cards out. I only just switched around black cards. So, yeah, I guess that's fine. Alright, this hand is it's good enough. It's pretty good. If he does anything stupid on the first turn, I can Edict it. So, yeah, we'll keep it. And then I have either Muldrifter or Baleful Strix for second turn. Sol Ring is obviously very good. And I think I'm gonna play out the Mox Ruby just so I can edict that at the end of his turn, if that seems good. So it'll be interesting to see how good Inquisition would have been if that was the edict instead. Yep, so this seems a lot better. If he wants to play the Lightning Greaves on it, nope, great. Trigger Mage is pretty bad here, so I'll play the Baleful Strix instead. Over the Mulldrifter as well. See, this is when Trigger Mage is really, really, really bad, but I guess that's fine. Hopefully I can draw like a Swamp next turn and start Bloodline Keeping, whatever you say that. I mean, I'm definitely not out of any sort of woodwork or whatever. Courser? Okay. That's good for him. Good for you, bro. Battlesphere, it's less good for me. So I could have a tough game enemy. Maybe I should go for the throat. And hope that he doesn't help him. Yeah, I think I'll go for the throat here, because it's not really good against a lot of the other cards in this deck, whereas this kind of stops something. And, I could have a counter for all he knows. And then if I draw a land next turn, I can Mulldrifter if it's not a swamp, or I can play Bloodline Keeper or what have you. He can play a 6-drop. He has Mirror Battlesphere and an unknown card in his hand, which is going to be known in a second. Metamorph, either on Sol Ring or my Baleful Strix. Either one is pretty good. Yep, okay. Sol Ring is less good because he doesn't really have anything else in his hand, but yeah, Baleful Strix is a fine target for that. I'll draw a Mulldrifter. It helped me draw a land, so if he does play the Battlesphere next turn, which there is a good chance he will, I'll have a better chance of being able to drop my Frost Titan and tapping it down. I'll offer the trade first on the Baleful Strix because I think it's less good if I play the Frost Titan into the Baleful Strix, and maybe he'll just like not be there because then I'll be able to attack at free will otherwise, and he'll have a pretty action light hand, I have to assume, because he has Mirror Battlesphere and an unknown card, whereas I have a Mulldrifter and at least 3 creatures, not, a good creature, an okay creature, and a creature. Yep, so there's the land. Can't play it, but I can even force the will what's it called? The Battlesphere, which another reason Trigger Mage is fine. Because even if I can't fetch a Mox Ruby, I'm going to be able to just say, see you later to that. Now, there's no reason to let this resolve. I mean, if the last card in his hand is Avenger of Zendikar, if he draws it next, the Frost Titan is a lot less good there because he can still play lands into the Avenger. But if he has something that does nothing against my Frost Titan, and I can tap down a Sol Ring too, so I won't be able to play the Avenger. But yeah, I'm definitely force willing this. Sorry for not doing that last game in terms of the graveyard. And if he does play Avenger, I'll just Treachery it, because I don't know, this deck seems to match up pretty well against the mono brown deck. Or the mono green deck, excuse me. He's gonna have a hard time getting rid of this too. Alright. You're in trouble. Yep. Sol Ring. So now there are very few cards I can imagine he can draw that will get him out of this situation, which is exactly where I want to be. And if there is, it's a lot less likely that it'll help him. Yep, that's sure. I don't even need to play the treachery, but I will because I guess I won't. I guess that's never mind. Well, I guess we're trading some a Frost Titan for your Wurmcoil Engine. This is where the Edict would be good to have two of, if you know Cubos run like that. If he does attack, he'll go down to 4 ultimately. So I don't know how good an attack is on his part. I think he kind of has to jump. I don't know how, because I don't think his race is really that good if he's going to try to race me. Because he'll go down to 4 once I attack him, which will bring him up to 10. I don't know, maybe this does work out for him. I still feel like I'm in a better position, but, you know, you never know. Recurring Nightmare would be an amazing draw here. I'm sure that would help me overcome this Wurmcoil Engine. This is a tough decision. He has to ask himself, is there anything in my deck that'll just destroy him right now? And I don't really know if I do have anything like that that can really get past his Lightning Greaves. I'm very glad I side out the Inquisition. That seemed like it was good. I think if I was him, I might trade because you get more creatures and like you get rid of my Frost Titan, which is the bigger issue here. But I could also see attacking. But if I did have a way to like somehow go over the top on him, maybe the Frost Titan, maybe trying to outrace me would be better. Anything but like a regular island would be good here. I guess the Water Grave is less than ideal too. And so is my Braids. So I guess I have a decent amount of bad draws, but hopefully we just don't draw any of them. He's taking his time. He can afford to. He's 3 minutes ahead of me. Now, there's no way I block if he does attack. He lost connection to the game. Did he quit? We'll pause it until he comes back. Oh, no, he's back. Well, we'll pause it until he does something. Alright, we're back here. He is deciding not to attack, which is good for me. Because I'm going to attack. I'm going to take his... probably his lifelinker, because I don't want him gaining life. I'd rather keep his life sort of low. Usually you take the Death Toucher, but in this situation, it seems better to take the lifelinker. So we'll attack with everything. That's actually a pretty good draw, because now I can Treachery and then play the Bloodline Keeper and have... if he does somehow stabilize after doing this, then I'll at least be able to have like a bigger force in the air to try to go over the top with. But yeah, we're going to attack. He'll, yep, almost certainly block there. Gains a bunch of life. He gets 2 tokens. We take the lifelinker. And then since I'm pretty sure he doesn't have a Wrath, we'll play the Bloodline Keeper. And we can have 6 because there are no cards in our hand. Can't target any of our stuff, which is great. Wild Blossoms, not really that good here, but it does draw them cards, so it's not irrelevant. I'll minimize this, sorry. Okay, sure. Doing 7 is probably better than making a 2/2. And yeah, he probably can't attack. So yeah, we'll attack for 7. We should just offer the trade between these two. There's no reason not to. I mean, this is lethal, so he has to block with something. If he blocks it with the wall, that's A-okay. If he trades, that's fine too. Yep, okay. And there's no reason to play the island, so we'll just make pretend we have something good in our hand. Hopefully this is a scoop. It's going to be pretty hard for him to get out of this. Yep, okay, great. And we'll go to round 2 in a little bit.